Croesus gold. How the world became rich. What's in your pocket? Hello. Are you ready to discover the history of the object sitting in your wallet or pocket today? Imagine that we are traveling back 2,700 years to the kingdom of Lydia, the place where the world's first coins were born. Many people believe that the Greeks invented money. Not quite. They simply adopted and spread the idea. The true financial revolution was created by the Lydians, who lived in what is now modern-day Turkey. Let's start from the very beginning. Imagine the 7th century BC. Merchants carried pieces of gold and silver to trade for goods. But there was a serious problem. Every piece had a different weight. No one knew exactly how pure the metal was. Is this real gold or is it mixed with copper? Arguments were common. Disputes broke out everywhere. Sometimes those disputes even turned into fights. King Aliats of Lydia grew tired of this chaos. So what did he do? He introduced the world's first monetary standard. A specific weight of metal became equal to a specific value. It was the Bitcoin of its time. At first, people were skeptical. Why should they trust this new system? Then Aliats added something revolutionary. He stamped the image of a lion onto the coin, the symbol of his royal dynasty. That image was more than decoration. It was a guarantee of quality. It was a promise from the king himself. The coins of Aliats did not look like modern coins. They were small, oval-shaped pieces made from electrum, a natural mixture of gold and silver. One side displayed the head of a lion. The other side showed simple square punch marks left by the minting process. To us, they might look like rough pieces of metal. But to people living 2,700 years ago, they represented something completely new. For the first time in history, a government officially guaranteed the value of money. Now we must talk about one man in particular, King Croesus. Have you ever heard the phrase rich as Croesus? That expression is not just a saying. It comes directly from history. Croesus improved coin production and increased metal purity to nearly 98%. The gold came from a famous river known as the Pactolus River. His coins carried a special royal seal, a lion facing a bull. Whenever merchants saw those symbols, they immediately knew something important. This was the most trusted money in the known world. But the Pactolus River was not an ordinary river. Ancient people called it the Golden River. Why? Because tiny particles of gold could be found in its sands. According to legend, King Midas entered the river to wash away his magical curse. Afterward, the river itself became filled with gold. Of course, that story is only a legend. But one fact is true. The wealth of Lydia was closely connected to the gold found in the Pactolus River. Without that river, the world's first high-quality gold coins might never have existed. An interesting fact: Croesus became so wealthy that stories about his riches spread across the ancient world. Yet wealth does not always bring happiness. You have heard the phrase rich as Croesus. But another mystery lies behind that story. Why did Croesus choose a lion and a bull for his coins? This was not simply artistic decoration. The lion represented the power of the Lydian kings. But what about the bull? Was it a symbol of rival kingdoms? A symbol of strength? Or perhaps a symbol of the struggle to control wealth and power? Historians still debate its meaning today. There is another fascinating story. Legend says that Croesus became so confident in his wealth that he believed himself to be the happiest man alive. But his story ended in tragedy. His kingdom was conquered by King Cyrus. The wealth of Lydia was seized and carried across a growing empire. Was Croesus' gold a source of misfortune? Or was it simply a lesson from history? That question continues to intrigue historians even today. We will explore that story another time. For now, let's focus on the power of money itself. Coins were more than currency. They were carriers of information. A lion, a bull, a running fox, each image represented the identity of a state. It was ancient branding. The Lydians became so successful in trade that even after the Persian Empire conquered them, the Persians continued using Lydian coin-making technology. Later, King Darius introduced his own coin known as the dairic. Yet the fundamental idea remained the same. The Lydian innovation survived. Imagine this: a coin produced in Asia Minor more than 2,500 years ago could travel all the way across the Mediterranean to Greece. That was globalization long before the modern world existed. Now look around us today. We live in a digital age. Bank cards, online payments, cryptocurrencies. Yet the core principle remains exactly the same as it was 2,700 years ago. Trust. The Lydians changed the world because they created trust in the purity and value of money. The money in your wallet today still depends on that same principle. History is not merely a collection of old stories. It is the key to understanding our present. Visit the museum and see this history with your own eyes. Because sometimes a single coin can reveal the secrets of an entire civilization. Until our next journey, see you soon.